Okay, you little. And I hate you. Why the fuck do you just start like laughing right before recording, man? But I guess welcome to a new series with me and Pick. We're
Hey,
still
it
gonna
was
be
good.
yeah. So he just came back, and I thought, what other way to bother him than doing a collab? So yeah, we're here. This
And
could
we
go
about
up
to
on
vibe.
uh, yeah, this could go up on New Year's Eve as a collab for me. You know,
Ah, yeah, it could.
as like a New Year's Eve special because as some of you guys, if you guys follow Pick's channel, of course, he's been gone for a long ass time. So like,
See, it
yeah,
was only about a month, but I thought I was going to be gone for a few months to possibly even a whole entire year. So this is actually a great outcome. This was a unforeseen but very welcome outcome.
yeah, definitely. I was kind of bored without the guy. No homo, of course.
A lot of
I'm
people
gonna
get
add that.
bored without me, bro.
I mean, I went through some tough ass shit, includes homework, but usually like when I talk to this idiot here,
Shut
we're
up,
both
you're an
good
idiot
friends.
too. Yeah.
Usually he like relieves me of like stress. No homo again. Fuck. This is giving us so fucking. Wait, this is gonna demonetize if I say I can say gay, right? Yeah, we're good. I don't care if I get demonetized. In my channel, I usually like restrict myself. So like I don't try to say I fucking cuss all the time, but I try to not go into like nudity and shit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think we were actually planning to record this yesterday, but problems.
Yeah, problems that we agreed not to speak on. Just like the one incident that happened a while ago.
We
That
don't
was
talk about
also an
that
incident
incident
we
though.
decided not to speak on.
We don't talk about that incident though.
You know, when you go through immense pain, sometimes you just want to keep it quiet so people don't know of the immense pain.
You're kind of giving it away now.
Oh, they'll only know that you were in immense pain, not that. Never mind.
But I've never really done this, so Pick's gonna walk me through. This. I've never really done like what if I was in Naruto, so especially with another person. So Pick's gonna be like the role model here, and I'm gonna just follow his lead. So if I just shut up for like a moment or two in the video, it's probably because like my brain's processing what the fuck is happening. And what
Yeah,
we're
he had to do the exact same thing when we were doing the Hive series, which you should definitely check out.
yeah, now that series is something definitely worth watching.
And that series is going to continue on later when we get, laptops and stuff like that, because that's a
Oh
good
yeah.
series.
By the way, Pick has a Patreon. Um, because he's like trying to get a laptop. So go support him on there. Because we're both trying to live out here in these tough times. But yeah,
Yeah.
go if you can, if you have the money, go support him there. No, I don't have a Patreon, but I, I, but fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just go support him, all right? He's a good friend of mine, and I would really appreciate it if you did,
And
and
I
he
would
would too.
really appreciate it if you came and supported me.
Yeah.
Because
um.
there's a lot of things I need this laptop for, because eventually I'm going to get into voice acting. Yeah, there's just so many things that I need this laptop for
Yep.
that, I'm kind of mad that my first video, like, advertising my Patreon is on a friend's account and not my like on my friend's channel and not my own first, because his video is most likely going to be out before mine, because Craig Bot can act stupid sometimes and really not want to you know, let people download the audio files, and it can end up strange.
Yeah, so what we usually use to use collaborations on is Craigbot, and Craigbot is like a thing that can record your audio. Because when you just like open up MobiZen, for example, and you just start the audio, MobiZen can't record because it needs a speaker of itself. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if technology and shit. So we usually use Craigbot to record our shit, and Craigbot is super fucking tough at times because like as Pick said, we can barely even like download the audio files, and even if we do, sometimes like there's other processes like exporting the audio, and that part just corrupts out of nowhere, and we have to do the whole process over again. So, you know, we really hope you guys are gonna enjoy this because it takes a lot of fucking patience for this shit.
It really does. It really does.
Like basically, yeah, no, as I said, like you don't understand. We have to be literally sitting here for 2 hours straight, just trying to record. I mean, just trying to fucking download this shit for no reason.
Exactly. We could
We have
record a
really,
quick 15-minute video and we be here for like an hour and a half of one of us struggling to download the file while the other's over here like, yeah, I got the file. Never mind, I don't got the file. Let me retry. Yeah, I still don't got the file. Like that's
and
happened
we
to us
both have,
before.
yeah, we've literally sat here for like 3 hours straight, just like talking about some random ass shit while we're trying to download this. But we both have really good internet. Like, and even if I have shit internet, I have LTE, unlimited LTE. So I really don't understand what the hell is up wrong with Craigbot. I mean, there are, of course, pros and cons about every bot, but this has got to be the worst bot. Like, I like it, but I hate it. I hate it more, but like if it wasn't for this bot, I don't think we would not be able to make collabs. So
Yeah. And that's why, if you go and support my
need the laptop.
Patreon, shameless
Yeah,
plug, I can get a laptop faster. Well, probably not faster than him, because he could be possibly like doing something to help him get like a PC. So he might have a PC before I have a laptop. But if I can get a laptop before he gets a PC, that would just make recording videos like these so much easier. And I would actually be able to add more things onto my Patreon page if you end up liking the kind of content I do on there.
and you would also have bragging rights. Be like, bitch, I got a PC before you.
I wouldn't really brag because there are so many series that we said we were gonna do that we just don't want to do because of Craigbot.
Dude, Craigbot is a pain in the ass, dude. I would rather have. Okay, I'm not gonna actually say it. That's actually bad. That's actually bad. What I was about to say, and that YouTube does not support that kind of stuff. Does not support that kind of content. But like we had so many other plans, but like I guess without a PC, you're like really restricted. Your phone barely has any storage, first of all, when you're making videos. So every time you record, you have to delete that. And sometimes your YouTube did corrupt this. It happened to me once though. I mean, not ever. Like it corrupted just like the whole video was processing forever. So I had to delete it. And by the time I deleted it, my gallery I had already deleted the video. And so I had to redo that. So you're really restricted with storage, and then second, um, you can't do collabs. Um, what's another good reason?
uh, what for needing like for getting a PC or a laptop or
Hmm.
why Craigbot sucks? Uh,
No, I PC.
Okay, so yeah, he already went over that. PCs have better storage. Uh, see, they kind of move. They kind of load and do things smoother than on mobile as well. Because there are a
They're
lot of
fucking
times
fast too.
where yeah, yeah, they're fast. They do things smoother than mobile. We'd finally be able to stream video games because that is something we do want to do.
For
Uh,
sure, man. I would love to like just fucking be playing a game for like 3 hours straight. me talking about some random ass shit while I keep on dying in COD. But yeah, go ahead.
Um, when you get a PC or a laptop, you can edit videos faster,
And
actually
better.
edit videos in a better way. Yeah, I was about to say better. Um, there's so many layers to why a PC is better than mobile, but there is also some cons of PC because when it comes down to it, your spelling could end up dog shit. That's probably the biggest con for me. I already can barely spell on mobile. There's no way I'd be able to spell on PC.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
one
be
of the
honest.
for me because I did I was fucking around on my brother's PC and we have an editing software. It's like the editing software that is downloaded into the Windows. And one of the restrictions for me on a PC, the editing is so hard. Like I've gotten so used to like just editing on a phone. It's so easy, you drag it, you split it, you cut it, you just delete it, you put some music over it or something like that. But on a PC, you have to you have to click so many fucking buttons just to get to one place. And then if you screw up, you have to go all the way back, click click the right shit, and then do it all over again.
See, that's
So
probably an issue for him, but for me, it wouldn't really be much of an issue because it's more of familiarity. If you're not really familiar with things, it could take longer or it could be a little more difficult for you until you familiarize yourself with it. And we've had months. He's been on YouTube for about a half a year now. So he's had months of learning to edit his videos. I don't edit my videos, so I don't really have a lot of editing experience, but I'm still kind of good at editing. If like, that's why it's one of the things that I have on my Patreon, twice a week edited videos because I'm going to upload way more frequently now. And that's a genuine promise. I've said this before, but this time I'm not going to go back on it because I need the money. Like I'm not in it for the money, but it's like so many things I need. Like I have like $300 with all of my money put together. So it's like if I can get more of that, I can get a laptop because there's a really good laptop that a friend recommended that's only $1,100. And if I can get that laptop, I can make better videos, I can edit, I can do everything I need to for only $1,100. That's not a lot of money. Well,
and
it
you
is
guys
a lot of money, but compared to PCs and stuff like that, it's not that much.
You guys might just be thinking that we're begging for money, which we're really not. But like, see, the thing is, it's not just like we're doing it for YouTube. He needs it. So, well, he doesn't really do homework, but like other things, it's not just for YouTube too. Like, and we're not begging for money. It's not
Exactly.
like we were like and desperate for it. No, it's just like if you guys could help out, we're all in this together. I guess. Not trying to sound too cringy here,
The thing is, there are
but
so many collaborations with other YouTubers that I've wanted to do that I've wanted to be able to do for so long now that we just can't because there's no one with a PC. Well, with the collaborations that I was gonna do with What If Sensei, we always have Naruto Uchiha to record for us, but that's just a lot of effort for like a video to have him get online and then record us just talking and then we just dip out on him or we just talk with him for a little bit to the video up and we start talking about something more different on the video or something like that. There's so many layers to things and why you would want your own device instead of using other people.
yeah, it's just too much of a hassle. Way too much of a hassle. But shit. I think we've already talked for like more than 10 minutes. The funny thing is, okay, this is the last thing though. Funny thing is, people come to my comment section, right? And they're like this is what they say. They're like, "How about you put timestamps in when you're going to actually start into like go into the video?" And I'm like, "The video starts at 00. We literally go over important shit. Like, I don't
Exactly.
care if
We
you
don't we
really
don't
fucked it.
sit We don't
Yeah, we
sit
don't just
here and
sit
talk about
silently.
random nonsense. We don't sit here and talk about random nonsense at the beginning of the video. That happens later on in the videos. Or if we're doing a video for pure fun, of course it's going to start off with some nonsense. But most of the time, it still doesn't start off with nonsense. It's
Exactly.
like,
Like, so, I mean, if you want to put timestamps to like the fucking what if, I mean, go be my fucking guest. But like, you're really ruining the experience for everybody else. Like, for example, they would not be hearing us about our Patreon and shit. You would not be able to like come support us more than an average fan, I guess you could say. So,
yeah. Plus, with
but so,
Patreon and things like that, you can get exclusive perks, access to different videos and stuff like that.
so yeah, don't ruin the experience for everybody else. Even though this might fuck with you guys a lot, and I really don't like fucking long ass intros, right? Like my intros might be 3 minutes late. I mean 3 minutes, but like I still don't like it. But try to go over that shit as fast as possible. But like people come down to my comment section, they're like, "Holy shit, dude! Hold the fuck! How long are you gonna talk?" Like, come on, man. What the fuck? I usually ban them after that though. Besides the point.
And the thing
uh
is, for me, it's even worse because I don't like talking about or advertising anything of my own. I'd rather advertise my friends' things than advertise myself. I don't know why. It's just that's how I am. I can be a selfless person sometimes. I really don't like self advertising. I never really got it. I'd rather advertise for friends and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's always been a thing with me. I've always really hated like uh like advertisements and saying and doing things promoting yourself. I'd rather promote others because it allows communities to grow. I don't know
Exactly.
when I
That's
became a community man, but I did. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Back when I started my YouTube channel.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna address this right now. Thanks for 2K. Um, at least for my video, this might be edited out for Pig, but for everybody who's watching it on my channel, thanks again for sticking with me. But I'm gonna shut up. And if Pick has nothing else to say, we're actually gonna try to stay on topic for like 10 minutes straight.
Oh, and I have another channel. Yeah, it's not gonna be used for much, but it's called the Yandere Man, and you'll find it. Well, when I make a video on it, but the channel description is the reasons why Yandere are better. Because to be honest, I'm very into Yandere. Like
Yeah, he has a
I
fetish to it, but
hey, I'm not even gonna try to hide the fact that I do, man. I'm not even gonna try to hide the fact. There's no reason to hide the fact for something I love.
so if you guys are, I don't know, into like commentary and shit, go check the channel out. Maybe leave a sub, and then when he posts a video, be like, yeah, yeah, your homie sent me, or something like that. Just to be like, I don't know, just to fuck. I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but like, yeah, go leave a sub. He's trying to expand out, I guess you could say.
Yep. And the reason I don't have a voice acting channel yet is because the fact that I don't have any of the necessary equipment. Like I don't got a decent mic. It's really hard to edit voice acting when you don't got a PC. Uh, it's more tedious than difficult, but still.
Yeah, we're actually both trying to when he gets his if he or me gets a laptop or a PC, we're both trying to get into voice acting. It's actually kind of fun. Just like dubbing an anime. You guys might think it's like not so fun, but it's something different from just doing what ifs every time. It's like, yeah, you get to do this. Yeah, I don't know. It's like something different. From
Exactly.
your normal shit. And dubbing is actually kind of fun. You can make your own fucking anime or your own dialogue, and go with the story how you would like it.
Exactly. And that's also why I'm creating a light novel, because I really like getting into and making, anime like myself. Because to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest, I know what people are looking for within animes and shows. So I'm trying to feed into that while adding my own little, you know, slash little toss of different genres into it at the same time.
dude, I actually tried. Right, about like 2 years ago, I write it like a not like a maybe like a 15 chapter little book, and I really enjoyed it. When I look back on it, I still really like it. It's just like the wording I used wasn't so good, but yeah, it was fun. It really was fun. I mean, we both really have the same goals. Like, if he has a goal, I probably have the same goal. We're just we're just like that for some reason. He comes up with an idea. I'm like, yeah, nah, let's do that together. Oh shit, I kind of sounded gay. No, oh no, oh no, oh no. But if you don't have any more self promotion, you know, we should just get into this. Before I start, getting hate comments.
Yeah, it's not like it matters anyway.
Yeah.
This this is more of a, we're gonna enjoy this, so
This is
why
more of
not,
like, yeah, we're
promote?
coming back. The collabs are coming back. This is just like more of a we're back, bitches video. Kind of like what Pick did.
Yeah, I made a video. It took me like a whole last hour to find a single clip to make my intro, but like, I ain't even gonna hide the
Basically,
fact that it took me that long.
I feel like we should just name this fucking a podcast now. This is basically a podcast now.
Eh,
But I don't really care. We're still gonna do the what if. It's just more of a we're bored. We thought of doing something.
yep, it's interesting. Oh, and later on, you guys might find a video on my channel that has a similar vibe to what this collaboration is. And the thing is, this collaboration is based off of what I'm going to do, like what I wanted to do a long time ago with one of the homies. You might know him as Liquid Soup, and we had an idea. So I thought, man, that's a really good idea. I still want to do that series, but you know, why not base another series off of that? And eventually, you'll notice like different like changes, but a
Plot.
similarity in there somewhere.
Yeah. Um. Are we good? Are we good?
Yeah, that's the last little bit I had to say.
All right. So you want to take this part? You want to lead, and then I'll come in when I need when I'm needed. When I'm needed.
Well, it's your channel, so I'm letting you go first to describe your backstory on, what's happening, because
Okay.
it is your channel. I'm not trying to take the thunder off your channel.
Damn. Okay. I see, man. Love you. Oh. No homo. No homo. Like no homo. All right. No homo. You know.
No, no, bro.
No homo.
At
Alrighty.
this point, it doesn't
Actually,
even
like,
really matter because all of the homies, they say they love me. All of the homies.
yeah, but I usually don't say that shit on, video. This is more of like a goofy. Nah, I feel too cringy to say that now. I don't know. Like when I was so young, I used to be able to say like some cringy ass shit. I would feel fucking fresh as fuck if I said that. I would feel like I'm a gangster if I said that shit. But now, if I say goofy, I'm like, yeah, that's what the fuck. Am I high?
See, it's
So,
it's it's all about, you're looking back on the shit you used to do as a retarded child, and
no, we don't got to
you
talk
see a
about that.
major difference. You see a major difference, and that's a form of you growing. You integrating into society more. Even though we've integrated further away from society, we're still becoming more societal people.
Literally,
The
we're
thing is,
literally people, kids in our well, I'm in my basement. I don't know about your if you're in a basement. Literally, just
I'm in my
it's,
room.
I, I'm just chilling on my couch and just fucking recording. So if that doesn't indicate that we're fucking drifting away from society, I don't know what does.
Exactly, but then at the same time, we are YouTube creators, so we build onto a society that we create, society of our own. So
Oh,
it's weird. It's
sorry for the fucking weird ass cut. Craigbot is a bitch. Uh, it got
Craigbot sucks.
it got disconnected, so I had to add it back. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the video. So basically, um, how should I start this off? Um, in Legends, there was a name, or there was a fire goddess. Also, wait, okay, so what's a good fucking beginning for this story? Huh? See, I'm good with like backstories, but like when it comes to like powers and how they acquire it, I just come with like the most simplest shit. But you know what? I'm gonna go with it. So in Legends, it was you could say there was a fire, the immortal fire. I mean, what did I call it again? I completely forgot. The eternal fire. The eternal
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, the eternal fire was the fire that granted humans literally fire. It made literally the sun. It gave humans everything they wanted. But one day it turned its back on them because of the humans were too greedy for its power. They even came after it because it could literally make life itself. Well, not like humans, but it could make like life, like for example, bunnies and other shit. um, so slowly but surely, it was forgotten deep into, I guess you could say, like old ass books. Now, this is where I come in. I I'm a little boy who's out on the street. Yeah,
Wait,
what's up?
wait,
Did
hold
you
up,
say something?
hold up. I know I'm interrupting you, man.
Yeah, what's up?
But the way you said I'm a little boy, you said it like I'm a little boy.
I'm a little boy.
I'm a little boy. You said it in such like a heavy Southern accent.
I don't want to sound like I'm a little boy. Like, no, boy, I'm not trying to be like some Kratos. I don't know. I'm not trying to pull like a Kratos.
Nigga, but that's exactly what you did.
What do you want me to say? Like, say it more enthusiastically? I'm a little boy. You want me to do that shit?
Nigga, just say it in your normal voice. Not go Kratos like I'm a little boy. Boy.
Oh, I always.
God damn it, I should have never said anything. Now we're just tangenting.
All right. Well, I'm a little boy. Is that good? Is do you fuck with that now? Am I in the go ahead? Um, so I'm a boy. I don't really have a home. I'm a street boy, you could say. I go around stealing some shit, go around stealing some bread, and um, you know, you could say I have a sister. Now she's gonna get killed, by the way. So like, don't think I do have a sister. Spoilers. um, I'm just making this shit up on the fly, and I don't like having like a sister in the background because like, first of all, it's such a pain in the ass. I have to look after her. Like, come on now. I have a sister in real life. Many know this, including Pick, and they're a fucking pain in the ass. So I'm not doing this. I'm not ruining my own character. So I have a little sister, and of course I fend for her. You know, get her food, get her medicine, because she's sick. Um, like a normal, like a normal protagonist. Um, no, we both can't work because we're basically 13, 14, and we can't really do anything. So I go out on the streets and I try to fend for ourselves, ourselves, and I go around stealing stuff, like pickpocketing people, like no pun, I guess, no pun intended. I don't know. um, uh, but yeah, and then there was this one day where I basically got caught. Now I was robbing this pretty big place. They sold kunai. They sold a lot of shit. All right. Now they also sold like ninja meth. Now that's what I came for. That's what I came for. um, I stole that shit. I got like a good 2 pounds of that, and I got caught, of course. So I was next day I was planned on execution. Now, do remember this is a small ass village. It's not like the Leaf Village, and not like I don't know a big village. It's just a small village I grew up in. Um, next day I was supposed to get executed for the crimes I did. Because what I usually do, I just stole some shit, sold that shit on the black market. No, well, I don't think they had the black market. I just sold it. All right, I just sold it. I just used to steal the ninja meth and I sold it. Made a good sum of money. Next day, I got brought up to like one of those medieval what is it called? Like there's like a big ass fucking blade at the top. You put your head through that shit. You have your hands cuffed in, and they drop the blade. I know it's a name, but I hope that's a good enough description. Um, to literally how I was getting fucking murdered. This is when, let's see. Uh, my little sister came running up. She's like, "Stop! Stop!" Shit, I can't really do a little girl accent, but I'm gonna try my best. Um, everybody looks her direction. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" This is when she starts talking. She's like, "Why'd you have to get yourself, caught? You didn't have to do this for me." And everybody's kind of shocked. They're like, "What the fuck? Are they dating or something?" This is illegal, by the. He's a pedophile. Probably in their minds, by the way. She's 6 years old. I'm fucking 13. Big ass age difference here. Um, she starts going over how, I didn't have to go get her medicine and shit. And this is basically when a ninja grabs both her hands. She's like, "Oh, this is a perfect opportunity. We're just gonna kill the whole family tree." And she's like, and he's like, "You're gonna watch your brother die." She's like, "No, just no, let me go first. You know, let me um I don't know, let me take my brother's place." No, the people who were about to execute me, um, basically are like, "Shit, all right. If you're willing to give up your life for this shitty ass brother, go right ahead." So they put her instead of me. And I'm crying on the background. "No, no, don't do it." I'm like, let me take her spot. I was supposed to get killed anyways. I was like, yo. But they don't give a fuck, really. I did steal some ninja meth, so. um, and they just released the blade, decapitating her. At this moment in time, I'm not handcuffed. Somebody's just holding me by, by by my hands, I guess. So I'm getting restrained. And I, with all my power, unrestrain myself, and I literally uppercut the motherfucker. and I start running deep into the forest. Because, as I said, we're a little village located in a forest, and I start running and running and running. After this, I come to a stop. After running about for like maybe 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, I'm starving. I haven't eaten. As I said, I have not been fed at the jail cell. So for literally a day and a half to 2 days, I haven't eaten. So this is when I slowly start passing out. I fall behind, or I sit down next to a big tree and I fall asleep. Now, as I wake up, I wake up in a weird scenery. It looks like more of like a concrete base of sorts. I don't instantly get up because, as you know, I'm a thief, and you never know if somebody's tracking you or not. So I slowly open my eyes, making it look like I just woke up. And as I suspected, somebody was really watching me. This is when an old looking wait was Don so old, by the way, Pick?
Yeah, he was, because Donzo was around the same age as he was in at this point in time. He was in would have been in his probable like late 60s, early 70s.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is when an old man comes walking up with a fucking stick, because usually old men have like walking sticks. He's like, "Oh, you finally woke up." Uh, I stand. I stand up. I mean, I don't stand up. I lean up, and I'm like, "Where am I?" It's like and this is when Donzo. Well, I already gave it away when I asked Pick who it was. He's like, "Don't worry, you're safe now, kid." As he starts explaining what happened. It's like I had one of my Ombu in that village as just like I don't know, just a lookout on it. And he says, "I see a lot of potential in you, kid." And he goes on and on about how he's from the Leaf Village and he's pretty much a rapist. What else? um, he literally massacred the whole Uchiha clan, but we don't gotta talk about that. He's like, "I see potential in you." Naruto says, "Potential in me." Or no, wait, I would say that, which is me. Potential in me. I'm just a worthless brat, aren't I? Who just steals food for what was my sister, but I don't even have a sister no. He's like, "That's what makes you so special. You've gone through such special emotions, such useless emotions," he says. Naruto says, "Useless emotions? What do you mean?" He's like, "Love is a useless emotion. It is not needed for the path of being a ninja." He's like, "My love for my sister was not useless, as I say." But then Danzo says, "But see, there were so many cons to you loving your sister. For example, instead of just fending for yourself, you have to fend for your sister as well. And instead of just getting food for yourself, you had to get her medicine. No, if that isn't literally the definition of, I don't know, uh, let's see, what would be? He's just like, it's useless. And since you've already went through that, I expect you to not really have any emotions, because usually what happens, this happens in real life. Um, You love somebody, they die, you go through depression. And depression is some horrible ass shit, all right? You don't feel anything. You don't talk to anybody. This is what Naruto's going. I mean, I am going through right now. Fuck, I completely forgot I'm supposed to be in here. I keep on saying Naruto. My bad. When I say Naruto, I mean me. I'll get that fixed up as we go on through the video. Um, Donzo says, "Let me train you. I'll I'll let you. This will protect." He says in a grin with a grin. I guess it's like this will not only protect me. I mean, no. This will not only protect you, but the people you love for. It's like Naruto's. I mean, I say, but I don't have people to protect anymore. He's like, well, you can come protect me then. He's like, starting tomorrow, we will begin your training. And then I strike back. I'm like, I don't want to be here. He's like, oh, I forgot. Did I give you a choice? Because if you leave this compound, I will kill you. And I'm like, oh shit, damn. I'm like, I got you. So, um, we're gonna do a little time skip because I don't want to go through everything he taught me because it's such a fucking pain in the ass. Basically, what Donzo has was planning for me was making me like the ultimate root Anbu. He basically trained me in taijutsu because he just thought jutsus like in general were really unimportant because if you had the skills and the speed, he thought that you could be fucking invulnerable. I mean, in fucking immortal. Uh, but there was a con to this. Every time I did something bad, I'd be burned. And now this is not normal flames either. Since I would believe Donzo would still have some Sharingan. Even I don't know if the Uchiha massacre would be happening at this point. Ayo, pick. Would you do you want the Uchiha massacre to be before or after?
See, the thing is, the way I was gonna have it set was that we were fucking children, my nigga. So then we could attend the Leaf Academy.
I mean, I'm completely fine with that. I'll just alter my age, bitch.
Hey, nigga, that works, yeah. But at around this
So let's
time,
say
the
I'm
Uchiha Clan
9.
massacre would have happened. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say 9, 10ish. I'll say I'm 9. Fuck it. Um, but there was a major problem in his quote unquote training. Every time I did something bad. Now, do remember I'm a kid, as I just talked with Pick. I because I just altered my fucking age. I'm just a fucking god like that. I don't know where I just alter my age. Um, every time I for example I do something bad or I don't understand the topic, instead of normal torture, Donzo thought of a faster way to quote unquote educate me, and he used to. So since the Sharingan can basically, I'm gonna just say he has a Sharingan on his left eye, which can which it would be Shisui's eyes. I'm gonna say it can like kind of enhance his fire ability or his fire jutsus, just fire in general. So this was not like normal red flames. Like this was like burning hot flames. Like every time he used to burn me, like you could, I would pass out. That's how much I fucking felt pain. Like, what's a good example? Hmm. This is the type of shit that a normal Kunoichi would be able to heal. This is not the normal shit. Like you would need like a high tier healing medical ninja to be able to like be in a I don't know surgery with me for like 9 hours straight to just heal my left arm. And this literally went on for years, so I have scars everywhere. And you know, by the time I'm 9, I've reached speeds that nobody else can really do, except for maybe Hiruzen and Danzo. I've basically become the ultimate root ninja. Although I don't know many jutsus. Maybe like the basic ones like water style, water ball jutsu, fire style, fireball jutsu. Like the basic shit. But anybody who Danzo sent against me, I would always kill them. I would leave no traces behind. Because as Danzo does, he usually sends like people to kill you for no fucking reason. He's just like, you know what? If he dies, he dies. Even though I spent like 2 years worth of money and time onto this bitch, if he dies, he dies. It's kind of weird though. Like you spend so much money and time onto this motherfucker, and you just start sending assassins after them. Like, come on now. Like they might actually succeed, and all your hard work will actually die. Like just gone. um, I can basically go not toe to toe with Donzo, but I'm pretty close to it. And basically one day, um, let's see, what's a good. I'm trying to get this over with because like we don't have a lot of time because Craig Buck can only like record up to an hour. Um, so sorry if I'm rushing it. Um, so there was this one day where I unobeyed Donzo's orders, and this was a pretty hefty crime where he told me to go ahead and kill this motherfucker. I do missions outside outside of the compound. I've been out like once or twice, but this person actually was a pretty big target, and I failed to do so. I come back to the compound, and Donzo sees not a look of excitement, but a look of, I don't know, failment, I guess, failure. And this is when he chains me up and starts burning me from with his hands. And this was more brutal. This was a more brutal punishment. He burned me for 6 hours straight. This is when shit, I completely forgot what this scene was supposed to be like. Pick. You wanna educate me here?
All right, so where exactly are you?
To the point where I'm about to unlock the thing, the thing.
Oh, I see. Well, it was a raid scene where, in this mist of hatred, anger, and pain, you would wish upon him the punishment that you have been put in. So you would wish for him to be burned to ashes by the hottest flames imaginable.
I see. All right. Well, I got the gist of it. Thank you very much. Um, if you guys don't understand by now, I'm very forgetful. We literally talked about this like like 50 minutes ago before we started recording. Um, but I already forgot. So this is when you could say a goddess of fire comes and says, she appears out of nowhere, and Donzo can't see this, of course. It's just like I think it's a hallucination, basically. And she asked me, "What is it that you desire?" And this is when I start whispering. What's. So when I start whispering, I want Donzo to be burnt to ashes. I want him to be sent straight to hell. I want him to feel exactly what I felt: an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. She says, I see. Well then. Yeah, what was the saying by the way?
Uh,
Oh,
I want
combust.
him. Yeah, I want him to feel my pain. I want him to feel my agony, what I have gone through. And, you would stick your hand out and, you would say combust. And you would ignite slash combust, as if anybody has seen
Fire
Fire
Force.
Force, like any episode, the first episode you see an infernal, that is pretty much what he turns into.
Now, the goddess, which we've named Izzy, kind of took control of my body. Now, do remember she's been forgotten. And what I mean by this is throughout the many millennia that humanity has forgotten about her, she grew weak in power. And she's literally been in hibernation for like fucking millennia. So like I don't, I mean, come on now. Like if you like hibernated for 6 months, I feel like you would forget how to walk, let alone how to like control a body. Um, she takes over my body because she knows that I can barely control her power, and she basically makes me run out of the compound and takes me far, far away from Donzo. And I think that's the backstory for now. At least for my backstory. You wanna carry on?
I'll yeah, all right. I'll go to my backstory, I guess. uh, so I wouldn't really have such a tragic backstory. I know the guy that makes tragic backstories would have a tragic backstory. Of course, I'm still gonna be one of the most powerful, even though in Naruto, if you don't got a tragic backstory, you're weak as fuck. Uh, but at birth, my mother would die. It's pretty simple and easy. My dad would go into a depression, and sooner than later, he would commit dishonorable seppuku, and that would leave me as a stranded orphan. But I would survive for many years, and no one would really understand how I survive because I wouldn't really eat for months at a time. I really wouldn't do anything for long periods of time that a human couldn't survive. So, eventually, sooner than later, Orochimaru would come through and ask me, by ask, he would force me to follow him, and he would just pretty much drag me along to one of his hideouts, and he would experiment on me. He would start to try to figure out why am I able to survive for longer than a normal person, and if he can learn to gain this simple trait, this simple ability. And, over tons and tons of experiments, he starts to do things that like experimenting with my physiology and really experimenting and trying to figure out my background. But there would be literally nothing on my background, so he would just try to make me a soldier. One of the most strict, calculus and shit like that. And he would just try to make me one of his most powerful soldiers. So he would do experimentations and give me like Hashirama cells and stuff like that. But my body would reject it as a different composition of cellular structure would not be, my body would not allow it. My body would not allow it at all. So my body would reject it and force it out of my body, and then it would regenerate over where it forced it out of. Because it wouldn't just fall off, it would projectile out of me. And it can be in any random location. So there'd be a massive gaping hole there, but my body would just regenerate it. And Orochimaru finds this more and more fascinating. And so he tries more and more to do different kinds of experiments. And eventually, he would make a breakthrough and he would do a combination of things and it would stay normal for the most part. And what he did was he did more like a potential awakener where he would combine things like the Hashirama cells along with different kinds of things, like different forms of his own jutsu and things like that to try to bring out my potential. But it would work physically, but he doesn't know what's happening underneath the skin. He still doesn't understand my physiology or why I can do things beyond the average human being. So, after he realizes that this works, he gets really happy and he kind of leaves. And when somebody tries to take me to my holding cell, I would escape when I realized I was by the entrance because I would map out the location and I would figure out where the entrance is, where the exits and, potential entrances are, and I would make an escape. And Orochimaru would try to follow me. But I said try, because the very moment he caught up with me, I tripped and fell down this thousands of feet deep sand cavern I wouldn't say next to, but not very far out of the visual range, but not very far out of the sand village. And Orochimaru would get very angry because what he sees as his the most potential to become a new body for him that could end up being much different than the other bodies is now dead. And that's at least what he believes. But I survived the fall. And in this fit of anger that I'm going to die like this, I would outright just scream like, fuck! Why me? Why in this scenario do I have to die? Why when I just escape? Why does all bad things happen to me? And that's when my eye would fade and it would come back and it would look like a reanimated eye. It would kind of look like Shukaku's eye to a degree. And right next to me, the sand would start to move. Not like sand falling, but like sand being tossed aside. And that's when this massive half tarantula, half hawk hybrid would like jump out of the sand and find who awoken it from its millennia of slumber. And when it would find me, it would realize that I am only just a kid, and it would take me to a nearby village. Of course, it would assimilate itself within my body. Like it would become kind of like a tailed beast. And that's what, you know, Toru, the queen of fire, and the creator of wind, because that would be her legacy. That's what she would tell me to do. So I would say that I am a Jinchuriki. And people really wouldn't understand, but they thought there were only set Jinchuriki, and if I am a Jinchuriki. Why have they never heard of me? And, why isn't my village close by or anything like that? But, anyways, the Sand Village would still take me in, and I would, kind of be ostracized a little bit for being a Jinchuriki. And I would actually befriend Gara and Tamari and Kankuro. And not much later, I and Tamari, I'm talking like 2 or so years later, because at the time of my escape, I would be around 7. So, like 2 years later, when I'm about 9, I would escape. Like, I would, build a relationship with Tamari after, not really trusting anybody for a long time and being very, very outcasted by the entire Sand Village for years. And after my friendship with Tamari hit off, we would soon later start to date. Even though she was like, what, 11 when Gara was like 9. So, it really doesn't matter. I've always been into older girls anyway, but that's a different story. um, so we would start to date, and that's when I would really start talking to Toru a lot more. And I would realize that Toru is being a little cold. A little colder than normal, at least. And I would kind of try to talk to Toru while I was in the presence of Tamari, and she would be even colder. And I would eventually piece together that she was hoping that when I became of age, that she would be able to bag the prize, also known as me. So eventually, after I pieced this together, I would kind of poke fun at her. And, we'd kind of become chill again after she stopped being a little tsundere. Because, yeah, I don't really vibe with tsundere. uh, so once we became chill again, not much later, a presence would enter the village. And they would run right past me. And I'd watch as they ran right past me at around the speed of Mach 1. So not many people can physically watch them. So they're kind of off guarded by the fact that I was able to hold eye contact with them. And that's where Cam retakes over the story. For just a little bit, obviously.
Wow, okay. um, so basically, after me and Pix eyes interlock, me being, of course, off guard by this because I'm usually by myself. I travel villages by myself, just a solo player. Sorry, I just have to bring up a SAO. um, I I get shocked by this, and after about traveling for about 20 miles out, and I'm literally in a deserted place. I basically just send or emanate my power, just letting Pick know where the fuck I am, like kind of like a beacon or a checkpoint, like being like, "Hey yo, bitch, I'm right here." But yeah, take over, Pick.
Alright, so when I would sense this beacon of power, I would fly over there at around Mach 4.5. And I can fly at around I fly at around Mach 4.5, but I run at around Mach 3. So I'm still faster than him because of all of the physical experimentations and my different physiology. I would unknowingly have a deep rooted connection with Toru. And this connection would have never, like, it shouldn't have been born. This connection to millions of year old creatures should have never been born. But My connection was on a physical level. Cam slash Blue Flames connection was created. So I would physically be more powerful, a little bit faster, and stuff like that. He would have more technique than I would because he would have official Ambu grade training. I wouldn't. I would be a test subject, a new body for Orochimaru. So,
And
yeah.
one more thing, like the thing that really off guarded me in that very moment in time is that he's a fucking 9 year old. All right, I would understand if it was like a Hokage that saw me. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's just a Hokage. Nah, a fucking 9 year old. Never fucking happened to me before.
And
That's the reason.
at the time you would be what, 9 as well?
Yeah, I'd be nine as well. Like I would be like, what the fuck? I've never heard of a 9 year old who could keep track of me. And I would of course be intrigued and be like, hey yo, if you can see how fast I'm going, you should be able to sense my power.
Yeah. So when I would land, I would tell Cam everything because little did he know, in the time he ran past me, a connection was made between Toru and Izzy. Now, it was more like a tailed beast connection. And, you know, they would talk, and Izzy would explain everything, and Toru would explain everything. What happened in different eras of life. One in the beginning of man's creation, the other millions of years later, when man started to thrive. And these millions of years would be way before Otsutsuki arrived, way before Kaguya arrived. So,
Yeah.
no, we would not have a connection to the Sage of the Six Paths. We wouldn't be Indra and Ashura's reincarnations. None of that. Because our powers are drawn from millions of years before that. And our powers are some of the strongest to ever exist.
Probably are the strongest, but yeah. Because like if you really compare, like we haven't gotten real in depth with our powers, but like when we do, because we you'll understand we're probably the strongest, if not one of the strongest, if not the strongest.
Yeah. So after I would explain that there's been millions of years where Toru has had time to sense everything throughout the entire world, to know what's happening and all of that. And Izzy would explain what happened in her downfall and, why Toru was announced as the new Queen of Fire. Because Toru would be the Queen of Fire. That would be her new title. It would kind of piss Izzy off that she was forgotten so easily, and so they need to build a closer bond, clearly, because why the fuck not?
I
It
mean,
just makes
after all that
sense.
you did, like for example, after all that you did for mankind, you're just like, oh, just toss aside. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and give your title to someone else.
Yep. That's pretty fucked up. I mean, come on now. She made literally the fucking sun. Without the sun, you know how many I I don't know if humans would be able to live actually, because
No, we wouldn't.
you get vitamin C from that shit.
See, not
No,
just
vitamin
that.
D.
Okay, Cam. You, let me give you a little. Let me give you a little biology lesson. Without the sun,
Yeah.
there's no heat. Without the heat, we die. Infinite winter. Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that little biology lesson, if you didn't know, that we'll
And
fucking
there,
die without the sun.
without the sun, there would be no grass, and without the grass, there would be no cows. Cows would basically just cease to exist. Any animals like meat, no, gone. maybe fish, but even then,
We'd be gone. We would be gone.
exactly.
We'd probably be the first to go. I'ma be
Probably.
100% real with you, nigga. We'd probably be the first to go.
Yeah, that's true
Because
though.
compared to things that live in nature that live through the winter without shelter, nigga, normal people gotta get real bundled up in hella clothing just to go outside without nearly freezing the fuck to death.
Yeah,
Then you got
human
the
beings are
thoughts.
pretty
The
weak.
thoughts are different. The thoughts are built different. Nigga, they can survive in panties in any kind of weather for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, human beings are just built pretty weak unless you train your body and shit like that. They're just really built kind of weak. Like, not trying to offend anybody, but facts right there, though.
Facts, my nigga.
I mean, when you're first born, you know how fragile you are. One drop and you're dead.
Or have brain damage, or a broken bone, or something.
No, 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 no. When you're a baby, like basically when you're born, you have like a little bit of a drop. I think you would die because they don't have a skull. I mean, you barely have a skull. And what you're gonna hit, your head is gonna be hitting like hard fucking stone, hard ass stone. I think that's gonna basically either paralyze you for life or definitely gonna kill you. It's
Hmm.
it's probably it's probably gonna kill you, but you know there are some I don't know. There are some one in a million chances that you get paralyzed, but I don't think you would like to be get paralyzed, never be able to talk. You're just in a wheelchair. Just I don't know.
Ooh, I can't make that joke here. I can't make that joke here. I can't. I want to so bad, but I can't make that joke here.
Yeah, we
As
really
far as my
can't.
jurisdiction and jokes go, I can only make autistic jokes because I'm autistic.
Damn. But let's just finish this up because like I don't think we got a lot more time left because like Greg
Hey,
is
this was
gonna
the end of the
only
video
record.
anyway.
Oh,
This was the end of the video anyway. So I'll let you do your
okay.
outro.
All right. Well, you know what? I hope you guys enjoyed this video because like even though we were just fucking around and my backstory was just not like super serious. Uh First of all, I'm tired. I don't know about Pick. I think he's still fucking energetic as fuck, but I'm tired. It's like 2:12 a.m. I'm not that tired. It's just like doing like what ifs and just thinking about shit just makes me worn the fuck out. Like when you're talking about some random ass shit, like I don't know, it comes to you naturally. But like when you're doing a what if, you have to think about it a little while and then be like, yeah. So this was not really planned, by the way. We just went off the top of our heads. That's why I stopped so much. I was like, should I become homeless? I was like, yeah. Should I give myself a sister? I was like, yeah. So
And then my ideas was just so streamlined because I'm so used to doing shit like this that I barely paused.
yeah. Pick's backstory was probably more smooth, but for everybody who watches my channel, they should be able to like pick up on all the shit I said. But yeah,
All right,
with
peace. Uh, I'm gonna probably make this nigga a Patreon if he don't make one himself anytime soon. And hey,
yeah,
nigga,
thanks,
I'm
man.
here for the homies. I'm here for the homies. No homo. All
Yeah.
homosexualness though. Peace.
See ya. If you guys made it through the end of the video, well, thanks for watching this hour and 13-minute part. This should probably be going up on New Year's Eve, December 31st. My bad. Um, yeah, if you made it all the way through the end of the video, you guys are fucking gangsters, I guess. Um, I don't know what to say. Big thanks to Pick for making this collab possible. We literally stayed up until like I believe 4 o'clock. I fell asleep. He was still on call. We were just having a good time. Um, thanks again. Go check out his Patreon. It's gonna be um, probably like the first link if you go to any of his videos. The first link probably in the description. So go support him if you can, of course. You know, as I said, we're all in this together. Um, yeah. Since this is an outro, I'm gonna go over some things that I don't know might be of use. So first, do you guys like the thumbnail I made? Uh, Pick made the same kind of thumbnail, and I tried to copy it, but it's not really my style, and you know, I try different styles. That's just how I roll. I'm still trying to like find a grip on what kind of thumbnails I like to do. Like if it's just regular thumbnails or um over exaggerated thumbnails or clickbaity thumbnails or thumbnails like this, which is just a character and some words. Um, but yeah, uh, thanks for everything. This year has been pretty fucking crazy. Maybe I might actually upload 2 videos today, but this year has pretty much been crazy. I would not have expected that I would be a YouTuber. But yeah, thanks again for a roundabout for 2K. I mean, that's just crazy, man. I might not sound enthusiastic, but I really am. Like, it's crazy. Um, Thanks again so much, man. You guys don't understand how much this means to me. It means the world to me. Like, without this, I would probably be like, a normal child doing his homework, getting all A's or something. But now I have something to spend my time on. I just noticed that when I was making the character or making it into a PNG, I forgot a couple of spots on his hair. It's kind of pissing me off. But that's besides the point. Thanks so much, as I said, for 2K. We're at the time I'm recording this 2,031 subscribers, and we're just we're just gonna keep growing, man. Um, for everybody who's stayed with me since the very fucking beginning, the What If Naruto was banished series. Now, I think I've definitely grown from that, but there are some pros and cons. Back then, I didn't have to be worried about demonetization, and I used to say whatever the fuck I wanted. But now I have to restrict myself, as you guys know, and yeah. Well, let's just hope 2021 is gonna be a new year. It's so hard. It's so weird saying 2021 because since 2020 has been such a bad year for almost all of us, including me. Um, I'm just really hoping 2021 is gonna be a good year, and I don't know. I'm really trying to grow on next year, like to be able to make this a full time job, of course. And yeah, of course, I want to make this a full time thing. So you know, if you could, I don't know, get your friends on my channel. Um, don't get your mom or dad. All right, I'm gonna get my. I don't want no angry parents on my ass, please. Thank you very much. Um, but if you have friends that like anime or just what ifs in general, get them on, see if they like it. I'm not forcing anybody to subscribe to my channel, of course. I really love every single person who's subscribed to my channel, whether it be the the toxic haters or the super nice people that are, that are like keep up the work, or the people who just suggest what ifs, and they still help me out a lot. As Pick said, I might create a Patreon, but just not now. Um, if you guys have any goals for me and if you guys have anything I should do better, leave them in the comments below this video, and I will not even hate anything that you say. I will try my best to be nice about, of course, and you know
Of course, I'm gonna try to change next year. Not be as toxic as I was this year. Just some things really just piss me off, and I have anger issues. Um, as a person, in my comment section said, I should just go get like a drink of tea. I like green tea, by the way. I know it came out of random, but I do like green tea. Um, but thank you all so much again for joining me on this crazy ass ride of coming to 2K subscribers and coming to the end of the year with me. So whoever watches to the very end of this video, you guys are amazing. I hope you have a great year. I hope you've had a great year. Um, and let's just hope 2021 is gonna be better.